I know that the president's not going to sign the bill until next week, likely when members of Congress can join him. But why is there not a more urgent effort to have him and members of his staff and cabinet out on the road selling and explaining the various components of the infrastructure bill and Build Back Better?
Well, I'll say this: the president is doing local media, as Alex was just asking me about Cincinnati, and that is a way that's really important for to hear the president's voice, to talking directly to the American people. We'll see more of that. The president's going to be going to Baltimore tomorrow, and we'll continue to see the secretaries that we've listed who are going to be out there really selling this bill, as you say. But let me just add a few things. So it's going to be the cabinet is Secretary Pete Buttigieg, Transportation, Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm, Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, who was just here clearly, Interior Secretary Deb Haaland, and EPA Secretary Michael Regan, who's actually at COP26 right now, as well as cabinet members and administration officials who will play a major role in implementing this agenda. And you'll see them out there over the next coming days and continue. I mean, that's one of the reasons we had Secretary Buttigieg here. That's one of the reasons we had Secretary Raimondo, because you all are writing about this and people are watching, and we want to make sure that they hear directly from us.
Understood. And I know that there is going to be an effort to get people out into the various communities across the country, but you do have some of your fellow Democrats who say, we want the president to be more vocal. We want him to be out there and explaining this and explaining the various components, because you are talking about these big pieces of legislation, and you still have the second piece of it, which hasn't
We're
passed
working very
yet.
hard on, and we're very optimistic, as the president says.
Is it a missed opportunity, though, to not have him and other top officials out in a more robust way right now?
But the president is out tomorrow. He's going to be in Baltimore. He's going to be talking about this. Yeah, and he'll continue to do more. And I would actually argue that he has been out there. Anytime that, I've traveled with him, many of you have been part of the pool where he talks about both the infrastructure bill and he's talked about the Build Back Better Act. And he's been into multiple states doing that over the past several months. Look, that's going to continue. But I think what he wants to make sure is that get this signed, having all the parties, both on the Republican side and the Democratic side, who were very, very instrumental in getting this done, and then we'll continue making sure that we're selling this, talking to the American people. And you're right, this is a complex piece of legislation, but they're also very popular. We know, right, that the American public wants infrastructure. It is very popular. They want to see the modernization of that hard infrastructure. So we're going to continue to push forward.
And one more